All right, time for Morning Beat. We want to talk about the future of preschool in Hawaii. Is this at risk? Sylvia Luke's Megan Tagami is here to talk about the money issues that we are facing. Good morning to you, Megan.
Hi, good morning.
All right, just in general, how difficult is it for a lot of families to find an affordable preschool?
Yeah, a lot of families I talked to said it's a big issue. There's either long wait lists, they're unable to pay the tuition, the subsidies they get for tuition isn't enough. So it's a big challenge, and families said that it feels like it's only getting worse sometimes.
We've been covering in the news the effort to bring free preschool to 3- and 4-year-olds across the state. So the goal is 2032 to have access for all 3- and 4-year-olds, and that was really championed by Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke, who has taken an indefinite leave of absence. What effect will that have, since she really was the one to bring this to the forefront?
Yeah, a lot of advocates said that it's still a little bit unknown. They are concerned that, since Sylvia Luke was really pushing for universal pre-K, they're worried that they might lose some momentum in that space. They said that really they need someone at the top level of government, like the governor or the lieutenant governor, to take this on and kind of keep pushing it forward.
And so we're kind of seeing that effect right now. The ledge session is ending on Friday. Is there enough funding right now for preschools that exist already?
Providers and advocates I talked to said that this was a really rough legislative session and there's not enough money. There's some money in the budget to continue to build public pre-K programs, but the charter schools and the advocates I talked to said that there still isn't enough money for initiatives they were asking for, like a teacher apprenticeship program or more money for existing classrooms.
Did state lawmakers say why they were not able to make preschool a priority this year?
The people I talked to said that, it was just a really rough budget year. The state was dealing with federal funding cuts, the impacts of the Kona low storms. So there was just not enough money to go around for these types of initiatives.
Okay, so we're kind of focused on state funding here, but you touched on this earlier. Federal funding is also drying up, and this has become a problem for some programs.
Right. So there's a network of family learning programs across the state. They support young families and their children. They're really targeting rural and low-income areas, and they've historically relied on some federal grants to kind of keep them running. But the federal money this year hasn't been made available. The grant cycle hasn't opened up. So at least one of the nonprofits said that they need to close around 17 sites across the state, which will impact about 1,000 children and about 1,000 of their caregivers.
Particularly on Kauai, right?
Right. They're closing all their sites on Kauai as of right now.
So with this goal of having all 3- and 4-year-olds get access to free preschool by 2032, do you think that's still a possibility at this point?
Advocates say yes, they're hopeful that, the state can make progress and can hit that 2032 goal. The School Facilities Authority is still continuing to build public preschool classrooms, and they're scheduled to open more this year. But they said, the lawmakers really need to keep on putting money into this initiative like they have over the past couple of years. And it's kind of unclear what the political will is at this point.
All right, so you can read the full article on civilbeat.org or text 66866 to get the newsletter.